And let me ask you this.
Okay.
You ready?
Send it.
Statistics. This is not analytics. Yeah, you ain't got no statistics for this. All right. All right. We driving down the street, right? He says, he gets behind you, normal white man. When you driving down the street, white police officer get behind you, right? How do you feel? Not technically with who you are, because you still good too. Get out of here. You know you good.
No, so, all right, let me put it like this.
How you feel?
When I got pulled over for that DUI, right? I got put in the front seat for some reason, right? So I got put in the front seat, and I looked over at the computer. Now, we know what the charge was that I got, right? For parading at the Capitol, you know?
We're going to get into that shit.
Yeah. But, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's the people's house. And I'm a people too.
You're the people's person.
But so when I looked at that computer, he had his computer still up, and it said they had me listed as domestic damn terrorist. I done fought for my country and everything else. I still have carry, conceal, all that stuff. He come up and asked me, "Hey, you got your carry on you?" I was like, I'm not. It's not on me. It's in the truck. You know, all that other stuff. But yeah, I mean, I've gotten more tickets, speeding, everything else. I don't get off. I'd love to put my driving record against yours and tell
how you feel.
No, that's not the question. If you're getting off,
fucked every time.
No, if they did,
time
listen.
blue lights come
all
on,
right,
my asshole's gripping that.
as
seat.
a white man, right? Okay, that's you. Okay,
yeah.
All right, that's you. As a normal white, I want you to answer this question.
Been a normal white
No,
man.
asking the wrong white man.
Yeah, you asking the wrong guy.
All right, before the charges, before the January 6th shit, when you got inside of your vehicle and you was driving down the street and a white police officer gets behind you, was you feeling nervous at that time, growing up?
And that's so sad. KKK. Young, I got old cash, spazzing on they ass. I got Prada on my ass. Got my lab one man popping like a damn tag. Shopping on they ass. I just bought a new old Jag. Yeah, it's so fast. Smoking flow, you a jackass. All I smoke is gas. Don't you ask me where the pole at, where your clothes at. I ain't talking about my damn, but y'all tripping too. Is it you? Damn, my nigga, what the hell got into you? Project baby, y'all was skipping in the hallway. I was skipping school. All my P's and Q's.
Now you got to be honest. Not now. I'm talking about before the controversy.
Every time a cop gets behind me, I see them blue lights. I get that pucker effect.
But you know blue lights. I'm just talking about getting behind you. Like you coming out of Dunkin' Donut, he's behind you.
He's behind you and he's running your plate because
he's running your plate. But sometimes
he backs off and he comes up.
Yeah, you out here bullshitting. See,
Man, we asking the wrong white
You
boy.
asking the wrong one.
All right. My opinion is this.
I put my driving record against yours. I
got a clean driving record. Yeah, my driving record's clean. I wanted to stay like that too. But I'm saying, as a black man, right? When a white person getting behind the wheel and the white cop get behind them or a black cop get behind them, they feel they're not threatening at all. They driving all normal and shit. When the cop get behind us, we make sure our seatbelt on. We start sitting up in the seat all. We like, wait a minute. Hell no, they don't. We start looking at.
Now, don't get me wrong. If me and you got pulled over together, I'd be like, let me do the
Let you do the fucking talking. Yeah, we start looking out the rear view. We like, dog. We sometimes
looking guilty.
Because we've been in uncomfortable situations. We talk about the fact. We sometimes might pull into. We like, yo, let me find the nearest turn, so I can just get this guy off of me. Because I know he's going to profile me, and he might not be profiling you, but that's our mind.
If you look at it statistically, I got the statistics right here, and I'll put the link in the description. More white folks get shot per year by cops than black folks.
Where statistically, that's not what the media portrays.
100%. Because guess what sells? Fear and trying to fucking put everybody against each other.
Nah, I disagree. How
I think
you
gonna disagree with the numbers.
That's the numbers, I think, because we live it every day. And I just explained to you, when a white cop or a black cop gets behind, when any police officer, because of the history that we've been in, when a cop gets behind us, how uncomfortable we feel and how much we have to straighten up. So statistically, yeah, the numbers can say whatever they want, but we live it. We live it. And another thing that we live is, having trust for our officers, which I love. I have no problem with
police officers.
Yeah, I have no problem. At first I used to be, man, against them, but now I've been a part of the Winchester City Sheriff's Department. I've been a part of a lot of different things. So police are needed. The problem we have is when things happen in the urban communities, there's no accountability.
Good police are needed.
Good police are needed. Yeah, there's no accountability. To get off is what we have an issue with. It's not, if you committed a crime, we just want you to serve the crime. We just want you to serve the time for the crime that you committed. That's it. Just like what we would have. Yeah. So
I think you should have your rights back at the end of that.
See, the problem is with the world don't understand as far as we're going to keep continuously having these police incidents until they reprogram. They need to give these officers that have been in the field a certain amount of time. They need to pull them out, give them, I don't care if it's desk duty, whatever it is, they need to put new blood out in the streets, train differently. Because all of that training for cinemass, you're training to murder. So, and I have this discussion and this conversation so much with, guys that I know that are officers, guys that I know that is in security, and all of them are trained the same way. And I always tell them, like, if y'all not trained to kill, what is cinemass? Cinemass, that's you're gonna kill cinemass.
You hitting all them orders.
I said, and my thing is, they train people to be sharpshooters. They train you to be able to control that weapon, standing still, mobile. So
well, Chris and I just shot just a minute ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chris, when you was going fast, right, in a controlled environment, were you able to hit that target?
Nah, not at all.
So think about, you got a threat coming at you, right? Somebody's coming at you with a gun, a knife, whatever, trying to do you bodily harm. You think you're going to hit that leg?
But think
that
about
leg is that big around.
But think about it. We got most of these shootings where the person is fleeing.
Yeah, about to say they're not.
You see what I'm saying?
Nah, that's the question.
That's a problem within
That's
itself.
a big
So
problem.
Definitely, if
person
fleeing, they should be taking a leg shot.
Yeah.
They should be taking a shoulder shot, an arm shot. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why they empty the magazine either on.
And if you're trained with that weapon, just like we out here and you teaching Chris, the laws of the trigger, and if you hold back, what it's going to do, and they got even better training. So every time when you see a police shooting, you hearing 5, 6, 10 rounds going off from one officer. Now let all of the officers that be in pursuit, they shooting and they letting loose, and it shouldn't be that way. So I feel like those officers need to be pulled, retrained, and have the new blood out there, because for one thing, you get desensitized when you've been out in the field for so many years. And just like, in my, where I'm from, and they had the jump out boys, they had them guys in the field, they like wild cowboys, they waiting for the action. They know Tuesdays and Thursdays, we jumping out. And anything that, they spots, they jumping out and they ready. They get hand on guns and they ready. And you can see you just pull it up on the internet. They slamming them on the heads. They stomping them out.
And just to let it be clear, that's not white police officers, right? That's police officers of any skin color.
Oh yeah.
So it's not a white-black thing.
No.
Question for you that I want to know is, and this is honest to God truth, I hate when people say, man, after police. Like, if something was to go on in your life, the first person you call is the police. That's a fact, right? If you get shot, you don't call, you call, hey, somebody. Yeah, so you need the police. You just need good police. Do you think, right, that systematically there is issue with police brutality in the urban community, or do you think it's
Yes.
just like, okay?
100%. But I think you got to dissect it, right? On why that is, right? Are they just burnt out and tired of dealing with the same criminals, that get off every time? So you go and you see somebody, you go to a domestic call, right? And the dude is beating his wife every other day. You're always out there. You put him in cuffs. You take him in. He gets out. She feels sorry for him or whatever. Never puts him away, right? Over and over and over again. And then the cop's just tired of it one day and just beats the shit out of the guy. Now, is it right for the cop to do that? Morally? I think so. But that's not part of his job, right? He shouldn't be doing that, right? We hold these people in higher regards, right, to go and enforce these laws. They have to be a step above, right? And they have to be able to maintain control. We trust them to do that. And when they don't and they violate that oath, right, that's what puts that distrust in largely the black community, I think. Because you see all these YouTube videos and everything else of police brutality, and rarely is it with a white dude, right? It's always a black guy out there getting, yanked around or something. But statistics show that white folks get shot by the police more.
Oh shit! So
and to speak on that, you know why?
No.
And because I don't even know what you're looking
I do
at.
because the black population is about 14% of the American population.
No, this is why.
So we have more people, so we're going to probably get shot more often.
But because white people have a different way of reacting when officers pull them over versus minorities.
Why?
But you can look at them. If I done seen it in person or on videos, they know their rights. So they're going to jump out the car, they're going to talk big trash to the police officer, they're going to cuss them out.
all of it.
And everything. You can pull a million videos out, and it's a white guy or a white woman that's telling the police off. Whether it's a white cop, black cop, whatever. And, and that's kind of from the white privilege as far as, because,
I've been looking for this white privilege, and I ain't found it one time.
We're gonna get to that.
Man,
I think that's an episode. Once we get to that white privilege and stuff, oh man, that's for the future. That's for the
I looked
future.
in my pockets today for it.
Oh man, white privilege is real.
That's why you see.
You ain't. That's why I tell you.
I'm gonna send you all that Beavis and Butthead.
I'm gonna tell you why white privilege is real, right? The reason it's real is because you just mentioned it about that pardon that you put out. That shit is real. But that's not for this topic right here. That's for later. The topic we're discussing is the police brutality, and I want you to say education. I like what you said, burnout. I love it.
I think it's one contributing factor. I think there's a lot of bullshit, and I think policing has to evolve, right? It has to evolve.
It's too old.
Well, I mean, so
I don't have the answer for it.
No, but here's the thing. So let's go with burnout. Education is needed all across. That's what we're doing in this podcast. We educating the viewer on your views, my views, and how we still love each other. At the end of the day, we just got differences of opinions. So the reason burnout, you done locked Tyrone up 3 times. You just tired of locking Tyrone up. So eventually you gonna whoop his ass.
But it's gotta be Tyrone.
I'm just calling it because that's a black person name. I don't know no white guy's name Tyrone. Do you?
No.
Yeah, you don't know a white person named Tyrone.
Man.
Well, name a white person named Tyrone. Okay, I'm waiting.
A guy named Connor.
Yeah, exactly. I'm waiting.
I'm quite sure they out there.
There's no Tyrones out here that's white,
sure
maybe.
they
All right, but so burnout, right? If burnout is real, the reason why cops finally get frustrated and they aren't entitled to say, you know what, I'm just gonna kill this guy, it's because for years they have been able to get away with it. If you kill a white person, you're not getting away with that. So yeah, statistically you're shooting more, but you're not getting away with it. Statistically, when you're shooting a black person, you're getting away with it. If you're going to jail, you're going to prison, but you're getting.
You're gonna have to show me some.
Well, I'm gonna put it. Yeah, but
stats.
you're getting out. So that's why it could be burnout. It could be anything. I think what we as a black race is frustrated is we tired of it happening, but we also tired of the accountability. If you, because what you're doing is you painting a picture for all police. Now we hate all police. In reality, we don't.
100%.
Yeah, we don't. If you say you hate the police and F the police, I think that's stupid.
That's ignorant.
It's ignorant. It's really ignorant because I have good friends as cops, right?
But when you in those circumstances, that's where your mind go. Because I was there at one point in time, and you can't help but if every time you getting pulled up, you getting slammed, you getting beat up, you getting shot and killed, you gonna say fuck the police.
You know what I'm saying? They don't get paid.
It's gonna be like that.
They don't get paid to let you go.
Exactly.
You know, they get paid to lock you up, really.
And you can have family members that you love dearly and still won't be like fuck the police.
100%.
It's a thing when you mature and you get out of your own way and you realize that if I change what I was doing wrong to even be on their radar, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a different mentality. Because I tell you what, me now, like I don't be worried about a police pulling up on me versus when I was out here doing the shit that I was doing.
Man, even
you know what I'm saying?
When I got in trouble and everything, and the FBI come and got me. Well, before I went down to, they called me and they want to interview me, right? Interview me. It's a great way to say I'm gonna interrogate you, right? But so I go in there and I ask for a lawyer, right? And the guy's like, "You don't get a lawyer." Motherfucker, I know I get a lawyer, you know. That was one of the times where I'm like, in my mind, back of my mind, I didn't say it out loud, but I'm like, "Fuck you," you know. I know this shit, and I said I'm still an American citizen. I have my rights, you know, and I got the right to an attorney. And you don't get an attorney. What? I don't get an attorney. But they selectively left that shit out of all the court documents and stuff. You know, they don't get paid to put mud on their face, right? So yeah, that, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's one of them things where I was profiled in that group, you know, that went to the Capitol.
You was there.
Oh, of course, I was profiled in that group, right? So he was like,
not
fuck
being
this
profiled.
guy.
No, you was there.
He goes, I don't want that. I don't want that guy, you know, to get a lawyer. I don't know, but you know, everybody else I dealt with at the FBI, they were very professional.
Let me ask you this before we close out, because this is good. What if
Look
we?
at you, FBI.
Yeah. If what way? If we, like, I like what you said. Even when I quit my charge, like, man, I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, you know what? If I wasn't doing the dumb shit too, I wouldn't even be in that situation. So
Self-accountability.
Self-accountability. So if we had to improve the police in the community with like 20 seconds, like how can they get the relationships back on both sides? You know what I'm saying? Even with like from policing, like what
I'll tell you one thing that I find that works, that I've seen that does work, is our SROs that are in schools. Eat lunch with the kids, go play basketball with the kids. They do a damn good job, man. Shout out to the Frederick County Sheriff's Office SROs that work with Frederick County Public Schools, man. Hats off to you guys. I mean, they are a step above, man. They're polite, professional. You know, sometimes they got to deal with some stupid stuff, like somebody bringing a weapon to school or drugs at the school, you know, but they're always professional, and they build that trust with those kids. That way, as those kids grow up, they understand that there are some good cops out there. There's probably more good cops out there than there are bad, but hey, look at it with any industry, right? Coaches, right? You know, most coaches are great, but every now and then you find out a coach has been diddling some kid in the school, or you find out Jerry Sandusky from Penn State been messing around with little boys in the locker room
for years.
You know, so there's bad eggs in every bunch, right? But it's like you just said, self-accountability, and I think part of it is building that relationship at a young age.
I think for me, you're a white man, I'm a black man. We saying the same thing. You have to get out in the community, and you have to get out and involved into the community and understanding, you know, who you are as an officer. You got to gain that trust back. In order to gain that trust back, You got to get in the communities. You got to talk to people. You got to play. You got to do you have to get involved in that community and interact with the citizens, during the everyday life.
What you think, Eric?
Like I say, reprogramming.
Yeah,
Scrap the
education.
system, bring new, fresh blood in, and train properly, to what's going on out here. And that's the only way that we're gonna get it. And and having someone talk to these youngins to change their mind frames so they can get out of the way.
Mental
because
shit.
they're putting themselves in these positions to, be.
Hey, while we're closing up, I want to go ahead and say thank you guys for watching the podcast today. Click those links in the description. Go do your own research.
Subscribe.
Look at all that stuff. While you're down there, ring that bell. Subscribe, like, share, leave a comment. We're kind of going through this, and if there's some way we can improve, please let us know.
And the influence will continue to influence.
Yeah.
And that's so sad. KKK. Young, I got old cash, spazzing on they ass. I got Prada on my ass. Got my lab one man, poppin' like a damn tag. Shopping on they ass. I just bought a new old Jag. Yeah, it's so